Very few people actually like their jobs, but these take the cake for the worst.
It's funny, you can't do nothing.
A lot of people have jobs that they just dislike, often complaining about their 9 to 5. But if you think your job is a nightmare, wait until you hear about these career paths that actually exist that were ranked as the most depressing jobs out there. Keep watching, it might just make you appreciate what you have. These are the 10 worst jobs in the world. Number 1 is fertilizer inspector. Don't you just hate dealing with all the crap at your job? Well, if you're employed as a fertilizer inspector, you definitely do. You know, unless you're into poop or something, and that's just weird. Fertilizer inspectors do exactly what their name suggests. They analyze and report on the quality and safeness of different poop. Good quality manure speeds up crop development and ensures farmers are growing healthy produce. That is, unless the manure used is full of disease, bacteria, or fungus. This is where a trusty inspector comes in. They literally sift through manure, making sure it's clean and of high quality. Fertilizer inspectors earn around $35,000 a year, but that number can actually be a lot higher in some places, especially if they're employed in a lab determining the impact of animal treatment and feeding on manure excellence. In other words, treat the animals nicely, you get good poop. Number 2 is a sewer cleaner. Speaking of having crappy days, have you ever thought about becoming a sewer cleaner? Just think of the benefits. I'm sure they exist. Sewage cleaners are a necessity, obviously, so be thankful that there are brave, and I do mean brave, individuals out there willing to wade through ones and twos to make sure everything finds its way down the right pipes and away from your house. And an even bigger thank you should go to the cleaners in India, who for $5 a day and a bottle of liquor, because I'm sure they need it, brave the sewers that are so dangerous. Over 1,000 people have lost their lives doing it. In Mexico City, there's one heroic sewer worker, Julio Cucamera, who literally dives into the sewage to unblock drains. He claims he's found car parts, furniture, guns, pigs, horses, and even a refrigerator down in the tunnel with no idea how they even got there. Number 3 is Buckingham Palace guard. Stepping away from poop for a moment, we may think palace guards just standing around looking funny with their big furry hats is easy work, but it's widely considered one of the absolute worst jobs in the British Army. The tough part of the job may be just how boring it is, as even top military personnel call it ominous and repetitive. Guards must stand motionless for hours upon hours, while tourists snap photos and try to make them smile or move by making faces, telling jokes, trying to touch them, and overall just being dumb. And if they get a cramp or itch, all that they can do is march away from their post temporarily, hoping that the wind or movement can take care of it. And to add to the ridiculously long days of utter torment, Buckingham Palace guards must have their uniforms immaculate, clean, and wrinkle-free. Anything less than perfection and the guards are punished with more guard duty. I want to end my life. Number 4 is mosquito researcher. One of the most annoying things about the warmer months of the year is dealing with mosquitoes. Those little jerks steal your blood and leave you with itchy bumps for days. So who in their right mind would ever willingly put themselves on the menu? The answer is the mosquito researcher. This brave soul actually allows his or herself to become an all-you-can-drink buffet for these tiny insects, holding their bare arms inside a mosquito habitat as they receive hundreds or even thousands of bites. And all in the name of science. Millions of people are infected with illnesses or conditions like malaria or the Zika virus that are contracted from insect bites every year, and having a better understanding of how these creatures spread those diseases is a big first step in combating them. But still, letting insects drink your insides is icky. Number 5 is a roadkill handler. What's for dinner, Grandma? Oh, well, you know, whatever I scrape off the freeway, boy. Collecting roadkill is a 24-hour on-call job because you never know when an animal is going to make its way into oncoming traffic. Whether it's 5 p.m. or 2 in the morning, these hardworking people have to go out there and collect often mutilated, rotting bodies of dead creatures, and many are not small. Over 1.5 million deer are struck by motor vehicles every year, and they're not easy to pick up and just carry away. And then there's the benefit of having to deal with the overwhelming odor a dead carcass gives off as it lies on the hot pavement in the middle of the summer. And sometimes that job involves literally scraping the remains off of the ground. On top of that, it can be really dangerous. Roadkill handlers have to stay alert since they're usually operating on the road, and if they're not careful, they could end up like their raccoon brethren. Number 6 is pet food taster. When it comes to food, there are more critics out there than anyone could even count. A brand could make or break based on opinions of only a few testers, so it's important to make sure that only the best quality ingredients are used. But what about our pets? It's not like we can ask Princess Whiskers McFancybottom if her fancy feast tastes fresh and meaty enough. So who can we ask? Why, a pet food taster, of course. These iron-stomached individuals make a career chowing down on what normally would only be for dogs and cats. That is, pet food. From kibble to dog cookies to cat treats, pet food tasters make their living inspecting, feeling, smelling, and of course, tasting products for different companies, rating them for their flavor, quality of ingredients, and appearance among several other factors. The food is perfectly safe to eat, but I don't think I could get past the smell or texture of wet cat food. Number 7 is crime scene cleaner. After the police have cleared a crime scene and all the important physical and forensic evidence has been collected, it's time to turn that house, apartment, office, or hotel room into a place that, well, people can live and work in again. Enter the crime scene cleaners. These gutsy people are practically armored in protective gear to go to work, cleaning anything from blood to brain matter off the walls, ceilings, and floors of a place that have seen some nasty stuff. A crime scene cleaner has to have a hell of a stomach. The bodies may have already been taken away, but there's something that's always left behind. Like, you know, a corpse that isn't found for a few days or weeks, and they have to get rid of all the grisly things like biological and chemical stuff, and that can make a place very hazardous. But it's not always murder that brings out the cleaners either. Sometimes they find themselves wiping down a drug lab or sex trade operator's private den of horror. Wow, Jane, come check this out. There's a whole lot of semen on this wall. Number 8 is outhouse cleaner. Back to poop! When it comes to cleaning Johnny on the spot, things can get really gross. That's because outhouses don't have any plumbing, so there's nowhere for the waste to go. That is, until the outhouse cleaner arrives to take it away. These courageous individuals are tasked with vacuuming out the portable toilets, removing any toilet paper that's escaped the tank, and cleaning the walls and ceilings thoroughly. Now, I know what you're thinking, Matt, why would they need to clean the walls and ceiling? Well, curious viewer, it turns out that in the process of moving them, or if mischievous characters feel like making trouble, the outhouses can tip over, which they often do, spilling their contents all over the inside. Even the $50,000 a year average salary couldn't get me to take a position like this. Oh, I've been to the fair, those things are nasty. Number 9 is professional fart smeller. Yep, odor testing might seem like a silly way to earn a living, but these individuals serve an important purpose. Whether it's working for a mouthwash brand and smelling breath before and after use, or for a deodorant company to see how well it can hide the worst body odor, this job literally stinks. But none is worse than the flattest odor judge. These people have to take sniffs of the foulest smells a body can produce. Plastic collection tubes are inserted, and the passing of wind is collected in containers for these employees to smell. In September 2003, Popular Science magazine published a list of the worst jobs in science, and the flattest odor judge topped it. Specifically, those employed by a Minneapolis gastroenterologist who spent their days opening containers of farts and breathing deep as they searched with their noses for symptoms that could point out serious medical conditions. I'm sorry, I can't barely even talk during that. It makes me want to gag. And number 10 is animal sperm collector. Okay, here's one. See, when it comes to reproduction, even in animals, sometimes Mother Nature just can't get the job done. That's where we, as the dominant species on the planet, comes in and makes it weird. We take the seed of the male of the species and fertilize the female's eggs with them to make cute little baby animals. But how do we, get the seed? Enter the animal sperm collector. Their job is to quite literally masturbate a horse, cow, dog, elephant, or other mammal and collect the happy ending result. An elephant? Really? Just you know what, never mind. Yep, time to update the old resume. The semen collected is used not just for reproduction, but for study as well. You can actually tell a lot about an animal by what's, floating around in them. But sometimes the manual way isn't enough, and electricity is used by inserting an electric probe into the mammal's rectum and stimulating its prostate gland. Fun! Well, hey, if this whole YouTube thing doesn't work out, guess I got a job. But thank you guys so much for watching this, and if you enjoyed it, remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm going to have a brand new video for you tomorrow at 12 West Coast time, 3 Eastern Standard Time, so make sure you come by then and have a fantastic day. And if you need a job, you know where to go, or not.